Hi everyone, I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue. Welcome to my channel. This is a new style of BOLO video. Hi everyone, I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue. Welcome to my channel. This is a new style of BOLO video. I spent some time researching search engines to find out what people are looking for when it comes to vintage. And the first item that I found was Vintage Art Deco. So this video is all about Art Deco. Now this is a BOLO video, and BOLO means be on the lookout for. I went to eBay and I've selected some random recently sold items that represent Art Deco. Sold items that might help you when you're out sourcing for items to resell. Sometimes I think just having that visual, just seeing something, seeing a photo of it, just a little bit of information about it can be very helpful. At least I know it works for me. I kind of retain a photo sometimes better than I do just words. So that's my goal and hope for you, is that seeing these items, these Art Deco items that sold on eBay, might just stick in the back of your mind, and when you're out sourcing, you might see something and say, oh, that looks like Art Deco. And maybe you'll take a closer look at it, closer look at the price. Of course, go to eBay or wherever you prefer to go and search sold comps and check and see if it's something that has some value or worth buying. I hope you enjoy this video. We're going to go through it pretty fast, and there's a lot of information here, but I really think this is going to be fun this year to not only look at what's sold on eBay, but what are people looking for? What are they looking for on the search engines? That's the key. That's what I've done in this video. Let's get started. First up is a 1980s anchor hawking Art Deco pink vase, and you can see the rib design on the vase. That's what makes it look Art Deco, so it's sold for $100 plus shipping. This vintage 1930s Robbins and Myers oscillating Art Deco fan sold for $87 plus shipping. What about these TV trays? I not only grew up with these TV trays, I still have some TV trays like this. Vintage mid-century modern metal folding TV tray, serving tray. The top tray comes off the stand, sold for $99 plus shipping. Do you have some of these at home? Here's an old vintage Samsonite suitcase with a marbled blue faux leather finish, considered Art Deco, sold for $100 plus shipping. So if you have some old suitcases lying around, you might want to get them listed on eBay. Have you been looking at light fixtures? They can sell for a lot of money. This is a 1930s to 1940s Art Deco cattail semi-flush glass light fixture, sold for $85. And yes, someone paid $57 to have it shipped to them. Don't be afraid of the shipping. Charge your buyer shipping. If they want it, they'll pay it. This is a cool looking toaster. Vintage Sunbeam, says it's a T-9 automatic toaster. Early model Art Deco in chrome, sold for $100 plus shipping. I see a lot of old toasters at estate sales. Do you? This is a vintage China Art Deco coffee pot. It's called a Dripolator in apple green and cream color, sold for $100 plus shipping. I bet this was fun to pack. How about this vintage 1930s Art Deco Philco model 610 Tombstone table radio, sold for $95.96 plus shipping. Another light glow vintage Art Deco. I love the arrows on this. It's really cool looking. Sold for $100 plus shipping. Very nice design. I've never seen this one, but I would love to find it. I think it's cool. Old typewriters can be considered Art Deco. This is a 1940s Remington Rand Deluxe model, number 5, and it includes the black case, sold for $63 plus $62 shipping. So the shipping was about the same as the cost of the item. As I said, if a buyer wants it, they'll pay for it. Some more trays. I wanted to show you the floral design on these. Does include the stand. I kind of got a kick out of the photo that they took, including the stand just in the back of their car, outside with the fall leaves. I guess, they sold it. That's all that matters. Sold for $89.99 plus shipping. This is a vintage Tiffany style, not actually a Tiffany lamp, but in that style, kind of a Frank Lloyd Wright look, and it sold for $89.99 plus shipping. This is a style that I actually like a lot. Mark and I visited some Frank Lloyd Wright properties in Pennsylvania, and it was a lot of fun. Here's something a little bit different. Vintage Art Deco Bakelite. It says Catalan as well. Poker chips. I'm not sure what the Catalan means. I know what Bakelite is. Poker chips, and from the 1930s plus the caddy, sold for a nice price of $99.95 plus shipping. These plates really aren't that old. They're 1991. They do classify as vintage these days, 20 years or more in age. 8 Vitromaster 10.5-inch dinner plates with a metropolitan pattern, and they sold for $99.99 plus shipping. So even dinner plates can be considered Art Deco based upon the pattern. I love this lamp, Vintage Art Deco Banker's Desk Lamp. This is a style you want to keep your eyes open for. They also are using the keywords mid-century modern, sold for $44.99 plus shipping. Would you ever think of a bird cage being Art Deco? This is a Hendrix bird cage. It says with swing bell. I almost would think that would be swing bars, but that's okay, $99 plus shipping. So keep your eyes open for bird cages if you're so inclined to pack and ship these. These probably would be a little more expensive because of the size, the dimensions of the item. I think this person shorted themselves by only charging $22.99 for shipping. My guess is it came out to a lot more than that. Here you go. This is the style of desk lamp that you really want to look for. This is a vintage Flexo Art Deco floating drafting table lamp, and it's in gray, and it sold for $74 plus shipping. This is an interesting vase. It is a mid-century modern brush quality McCoy USA pottery in a fan design, and I've never seen one of these. I've seen plenty of fan vases and finger vases, but this is pretty unique. Sold for $87.97 plus shipping. Love this little radio, Vintage Art Deco Motorola portable tube AM radio. Gives the numbers and information there. Sold for $99.99 plus shipping. Would you have thought of barware as being Art Deco? This is a frosted glass chrome cocktail shaper set with 4 matching glasses, sold for $99.99 plus shipping. So even barware can be considered Art Deco. Pink flamingos, anyone? Vintage, large, mid-century. Do you see something going on here? Art Deco and mid-century are often being used together because they cross over as far as people who are looking for this style. Pink flamingo figures sold for $90 plus shipping. That's a nice sale. How about this Rival Juice-O-Mat manual citrus press juicer in yellow? And by the way, I'm going to give you a hint. Be looking for yellow items in 2021. Yellow is the top color being searched on search engines. So yellow is definitely in. Keep your eyes open. We know red and pink and aqua are popular too, but keep your eyes open for yellow. So this sold for $98 plus shipping. Pretty cool. We have another toaster, a 1950s Sunbeam model T20B. You'll find the model numbers typically on the bottom of the toaster. Sold for $99.99 plus shipping. You do want it to be in good condition and or have the ability to clean it up. I think they sell much better if they're in clean, usable condition. This is something that came up several times in my search. Solid brass Vintage Art Deco lady. There's a lady figure on the front. This is a folding fireplace screen. Lots of these are selling on eBay. This one sold for $89 plus shipping. They're absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, and a good seller. Keep your eyes open for this. Peacocks. Yes, peacocks are popular for not only Art Deco style, but mid-century modern. These are brass and quite large, 21 by 6 by 12. Pretty good size. Sold for $70 plus shipping. This isn't the best photo, but these are brass swan bookends. Very large again from what I can see here. They're also using keywords of Hollywood and Regency and Majestic. You know, all these words can tie into what you're looking for with Art Deco. $89.95 plus shipping. Here is some vintage pottery. It says it's rare. Abingdon, USA pottery, a 2-quart Art Deco pitcher. You see the curved lines on it. $99 plus shipping. I don't know what the seller paid for it, but that's a nice sale. Aviation is always popular. This is a vintage Art Deco airplane trophy in brass, and it sold for $100 plus shipping. Another cool but simple lamp, considered Art Deco as well as Art Nouveau. It's a gooseneck lamp. Says it works. Sold for $94 plus shipping. And again, you see here, sellers are charging shipping. You do not have to do free shipping when you're selling these larger, more unique items. Here's a Royal Hager Gazelle figure, Art Deco style. Sold for $74.87 plus shipping. I think this is a really cool piece. I've never seen one in the wild, but I definitely would be buying that if I could afford it to resell it. And this is just a magazine rack, but it has a Frank Lloyd Wright design to it, Art Deco design. I would even almost throw in mid-century modern with this. $100 plus shipping. Magazine racks, a little bit heavy to ship. I think this person shorted themselves at only $13 shipping. That's just my opinion from my experience. So make sure you know the weight before you list it. You don't want to lose money. This is a really nice airplane model. It's chrome and it's a 4-propeller seaplane. Love this piece. And let's see here, it sold for $99.96 plus shipping. I want you to look closely at the base of these lamps. Honestly, I don't think the colors go together that well, but this is a vintage pair of Art Deco Bakelite Catalan table lamps in butterscotch pink and some kind of rusty color wood look on the top. Sold for $95 plus shipping, so not a bad sale. These lamps come with lampshades with little ruffles on the top and the bottom. How can you resist this? Clocks can definitely be Art Deco. Look at the curves on this clock. Love the color red, nice and bold. 1940s GE General Electric Telechron wall clock. And it sold for $99.99 plus shipping. It's saying wall clock, but it looks like it's freestanding as well. And again, $99.99, not bad for a little clock. Have you ever found these that you could resell? Here we have another radio, vintage Motorola Model 7XM, tube radio and Bakelite. That is a type of hard plastic that was used back in the day. You'll have to research that a little bit if you'd like. $89.99 plus shipping. Definitely a BOLO, definitely Art Deco. Now here's some lamps that I love because of course they look like they're pink. And these are art glass with a bullet-shaped skyscraper. Interesting definition of these. But skyscraper meaning tall, I guess. Bedroom table lamps sold for $100. Again, $11.95 shipping. They didn't charge enough. There's no way they charged enough in shipping. Maybe this is their way of attracting a buyer, but I think that shipping is deceiving. They're actually making a lot less on the item than $100 minus fees. Just my opinion. I'm sure you've seen these in antique and vintage malls. Vintage Hall China Art Deco Ice Lip Orange Disc Pitcher Streamline. Lots of keywords there. Sold for $100 plus shipping. Nice style. It's a little hard to see this in this photo. Vintage Vitamix Mark 20A Model 517 blender in chrome stainless, says it works. Art Deco, $99.99 plus shipping. I would have used a different background on this to make it stand out a little more, but it's sold. If you only saw the photo on this, you might not even know what it is, but it's an Art Deco mailbox, a wall mount mailbox. It was on the side of someone's house at one point. Company is Ebeloy Inc. It's cast aluminum and metal. The black finish sold for $98 plus shipping. This is quite unusual, a porcelain lady head vase. It's also a wine bottle decanter. Figure that one out. And it says it's made in Italy. So they're using the Art Deco word. It was made in the 1960s. We'll go with it. Mid-century modern on top of that. Sold for $90 plus shipping. Very unusual. This also is a little hard to tell what it is, but it's a vintage Limoges, meaning it was made in France. Art Deco style parrot on a ball perfume bottle. So look for small items too. Sold for $95 plus shipping. This is a wall mount barometer made by Westwood, considered Art Deco, and it's brass, and it's sold for a nice price of $99.99. Again, shipping $10. You know it by now. I know there's no way it's shipped for $10. So their sold price is a little deceiving. I bet it actually sold for about $70 plus shipping. This vintage clock by Seth Thomas, considered Art Deco by the shape and the design, and sold for $89.99 plus shipping. Again, it has a brass and a wood. That's something else that you want to keep your eyes open for. Combination of brass and wood. Lots of metals, lots of wood, lots of color, lots of style. They're saying this is a vintage Global Views copper and brass champagne bucket. I actually think I saw these reproduced back in the 90s. I'm probably wrong, but it sold for $99 plus shipping. It is a very unique piece. $10.55 for shipping. What do you think? Did it ship for that price? You know, I pay attention to the shipping because I do pack and ship videos. So that's why I throw my observation about the shipping cost in. I can't help but notice. Well, this is interesting. It's a pop-up dispenser for cigarettes. 1950s brass world globe, holds 25 cigarettes. I sold something a few months ago that was a pop-up cigarette dispenser. It wasn't working right, but I still sold it for, I don't know, $25 or so. This sold for $99.95 plus shipping. This is a very interesting base on this oil lamp. It's part milk glass and part regular pressed glass, and it says it's been restored, vintage whale oil lamp, and it sold for $99 plus shipping. Yes, teacups, coffee cups can be Art Deco. This is a Cartier La Maison de l'Art. Probably not saying it right. One cup sold for $99.99 plus shipping. Not bad. Be on the lookout. And here's something a little different. Antique 1930s, 40s, 50s, Fender Light, Harley Indian parts, replacement part for people doing restoration. Sold for $100 plus shipping. Again, always looking at the lines and the shape of the items that I'm showing you. Can a Pepsi bottle be Art Deco? This person thinks so. It's a drum style Pepsi Cola bottle, sold for $99.99 plus shipping. So I guess if you know your bottles and you know the era of when they were made, they can be considered Art Deco. This is a nice bright green Art Deco perfume bottle with atomizer, 6 1/4 inches tall. That's a nice size. Sold for $99.99 plus shipping. Love this spice rack. Notice the bright yellow color. Has 12 vintage spice jars, and it has the rack, which is rare that you find all the spice jars and the rack in this kind of condition. This is excellent condition. I'm surprised they didn't get more money for it. Sold for $87.99 plus shipping. Here is a percolator, General Electric coffee percolator, holds 10 cups by GE. Says it works. Sold for $99.99 plus shipping. Do you buy and sell coffee pots, percolators as we call them? It was my job as a teenager to get the coffee ready every single night for my mom and dad so they could just plug it in the morning. I have to tell you, to this day, I'm 62 years old, I still don't drink coffee. This is a really cool style, Manning Bowman coffee percolator. I love the round shape of it. It's so cool looking. Sold for $79.95 plus shipping. And this Art Deco dancer lady is just beautiful. It's chalkware, and they put some keywords in here of kitsch, you know, K-I-T-S-C-H, kitsch, things that other people might be looking for besides Art Deco, and it sold for $85 plus shipping. Love this sculpture. So these are some of the items that are trending for Art Deco on the search engines. If you like these kind of videos, I appreciate a thumbs up. I invite you to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue. I'll see you soon. Be sure to leave a comment down below.